Good morning. We are live this morning, so today we're going to just run over Bitcoin price analysis, and we're going to have a look at Constellation, because last night, if you were following my Twitter, I had some crazy price action. So we'll have a look at what's going on in terms of DAG price analysis, and then wait for a few people to jump on, and we'll just talk anything you want to talk about, any price analysis, any projects you want me to look at. Fire them in the comments, and I will just go through them at some stage through a stream. So we'll wait for a few people to jump on. I know it's early on a Sunday morning, so I might not get many people, but football's on tonight, so need to get a video in early today. So yeah, wait for a few people to jump on, and then we'll crack on with a stream. Mike straight in there with Meta Hero. Can't really do any price analysis on that, to be honest, mate, because brand spanking new. We'll have a look at it, like, but I don't think we're able to do much price analysis in terms of that. I think we've only got about a week's worth of data. But we'll start off with Bitcoin anyway, as you can see. As ever with all my videos, I do start off with Bitcoin, because it is pretty much still king, and whatever Bitcoin does, the entire market follows it. And we are still range bound. What I'm looking for, still looking for a closure tonight above 34,600. If we can close above there, that will show that the last 8 weekly candles have been above that level, and it would show that whales are accumulating. So I mean, we're currently at 33,500. we only need another $1,100 move to get back up to there, and that's very possible in the course of a day. So fingers crossed we can close it above that level today. But just going back into a 4 hour, the main area I'm targeting here is that 35k region. I think we really need to start closing above that soon, because the markets are quite boring, aren't they? I've seen so many people turn severely bearish across Twitter. Sentiment has changed everywhere, and everyone is bearish, and that is usually a good time to buy. Looking at this now, so look what this is saying. Still on 20. Extreme fear. It's been extreme fear all week. Last week we did have a 27, but in general, the markets are very fearful. People are. I put a tweet out earlier on, and somebody thinks it's going to 10k. I mean, what in the right mind do people think it's going to go to 10k? I mean, 10k is all the way down here. Not a chance that's going to happen. I mean, 10k. Come on, mate. You got to be realistic, haven't you? We've held up this support area very nice for 2 months now, and there's no reason why we should drop any lower. Miners have started to accumulate Bitcoin, whales are accumulating Bitcoin, and for me, I think it's just a matter of time before we do start to target this 41k region again. I think this month, to be honest, maybe towards the end of the month, but let's wait and see. If you're looking for some buys on Bitcoin, I mean, it's tough. I mean, you got to have a look at if we do drop, then you've got all these wicks around here around 31k. We've got a bottom here at 30k, and then we've got this bottom here at 32k. So I mean, ladder a few orders from 32 down to 30, and I think you may potentially get lucky, but I'm more concentrated on this region, 35k. I think if you do get to 35k, then flip back to support, and I think things will start to look good. But the main reason I started the stream, I just want to have a look at DAG. Currently at 20 cent. I did some price analysis on it yesterday, and I was looking at take profits at around 17 cent, but they got blasted. This week was actually happening in time. Let's just have a look on my Twitter. You'll get a good idea of what we're going on in terms of PA. This is what were happening on TradingView last night. Absolutely mental. I think it went up to 40 cent at some stage. I don't think I caught it, but that were absolutely mental. I don't think I've ever seen a chart do that. That's on the 5 minute. Obviously, it were doing the exact same on the daily time frame. It'll show you towards the end of this clip. That bearish divergence didn't work out, did it? But yeah, this is daily. Look at that on the daily time frame. Absolutely mental how much that are moving. Somebody said it was something to do with some news to do with some Spanish dude investing or something like that, but I've not looked into it yet. What I need to do is some thorough analysis on DAG, because it's looking good. I mean, price is pushing 20 cent now. You'd have thought 20 cent would be a decent area of resistance, so just be wary of that. This area could get sold off into, but it seemed to do the same again. This is a 4-hour time frame, and it's crazy. Let's have a look at the volume, see what it's picked up to. Yesterday it was wow, 57. Look at volume there, $57 million yesterday when I did a video. It was $5 million. Oh, it's dropped right back down now, 5.9. Yesterday, it must have pushed right up yesterday, but look at that. It's still pushing up now. But remember, things can turn around quickly. Let's look at my daily time frame. If this does get a pullback, I mean, you could say, let's have a look at the entire move from the very bottom. Maybe you could look at buys within this range at 14 cent. And we have got this level down at 10 cent. I can't see it dropping down to 10 cent, to be honest. We've got some weekly support down here at 9 cent, but for me, 20 cent could be a tough area to get through. It might absolutely blast through it like it did last night and push up to 40 cent. Volume is increasing. Last night we had about $500 million worth of volume, but it just wicked straight back down. So I think a lot of early investors managed to sell all the way through here. But yeah, so far, if you're looking for buys, I'm looking for buys actually. I think I might have a look at 14.8 cent and maybe 12.7 cent if the market does allow and if it does give us a bit of a pullback. Dag is doing fantastic. Was Elon involved there? Let's not mention Elon, because Elon's a fucking ball bag. Right, so that's BTC and Constellation covered. Actually, shall we just have a look at a BTC pair, because that's been flying too. Exactly the same scenario there. Maybe if you're looking for buys in Satoshis, target this 46,100 area. I think that could be a decent area to target in terms of sats. But let's monitor that price through the day. It's had a massive, I mean, if you look at this in terms of growth, where it's been. So this was that dump that we had across Bitcoin. If you look at this in terms of how much it's grown to the very top, 1,300% to current prices, 700%. So that has done some major moves to the upside. Emong. Very similar. Let's just have a look at the shorts. BTC shorts over the last few days have been increasing, so that's I think why we've seen a little bit of drop off in price. But I'm still looking for that to eventually flip round back down to these levels. But yeah, so far all is looking slightly boring, isn't it? I bought DAG January 2021 and to it a month ago. To it off a month ago? What do you mean to it off a month ago? Glad I did. Right, if there's any projects you want me to cover, fire them in comments on Alvaganda. We've done DAG. Let's just have a look at Meta Hero. Not much going in there in terms of price action. It had a massive rise on that listing, but it has been selling off, hasn't it? That's only the 15-minute time frame. Yeah, downtrend in a minute, but eventually it will break out of that downtrend. I mean, it's been a downtrend ever since there. I mean, if you want to be slightly bullish over something, you could say we have broken out a downtrend, but I mean, it's just going sideways, isn't it? It's not much to report there. All these wicks have rejected off that trend, so that is a sign that we've started to find a base level around here, potentially. If you're looking at this in terms of a bottom level, that could be a level there, so maybe looking for a push to the upside soon. I missed Meta Hero pre-sale by trying to adjust the gas fees. Yeah, it's a fucking nightmare when you're trying to get on pre-sales and there's that many people trying to get in at the same time. I remember you saying that, Fern, about shorting Luna. look at this chart here. Let's have a look at one. That's a lower time frame's a bullish cross, so it could start to push up, but that's only a minute time frame. But look at my daily first. So the money flow here, this red band, that is negative money flow, so that's showing that there's not much money being pumped into it at a minute. What we're looking for is if you're looking to long it, so you've been shorting around here, which is good. As you can see, it's been coming down nicely. You could say it's had a breakout, but you're looking, if this money flow is green, that's when you want to long. So if money flow is green and we are above the 200 moving average, that shows that is a good time to long, and that is shown by that price action there. If you're looking at the money flow red, it's a good time to short, and the price has been decreasing, so that shows that indication is working well. But if you're looking at a 4-hour time frame, money flow is currently in the green, we are above that moving average, so I think now personally will be a good time to long, as long as we stay above this 200 moving average here and stay above that moving average 55. I think that could be a potential nice time to long. I usually long when this wave is in the negative side down here, this blue wave. So I mean, let's monitor that. You might get a little green dot down here soon, and that could be a decent area for it to potentially crack a long open. Orakuru, never heard of that, but let's just finish doing some analysis on this. So yeah, I think it's maybe looking good for long at a minute on in terms of how many won on the 4-hour. If you're looking down into 1 hour, still looking bullish there. I mean, we've had that dot down here, so I think that's good for long, to be honest, on Harmony, on the tether pair. And what was the other project? Luna. Not much data on the weekly. Bullish cross, and it's pushing to the upside now. Money flow is in the green, so for me that would look like it's a good time for a long too. But remember here, same like that's already played out. We had the divergence, a bearish here, which got indicated on this wick here, and then we had that sell-off. So that indicator did work. The indicators don't always work, but the bearish indicator on the top, I think is a good, gives you a good indication which way the market's going to go. But that's looking good for a long at a minute as well, to be honest. Money flow is in the green. Price action is trading above the moving average 200, so that's looking okay for a long there, to be honest, mate. PivX USD. I never really look at privacy coins anymore. I used to look at privacy coins years ago, but I think going out of fashion, to be honest, mate. I'm not a big fan of them. Sentinel. What even is that? I'm not looking at them. Not sure. There's not much action there, is there, in terms of PA? Wicks are looking shitty, so no point looking at that asset. What are your thoughts on a wyckoff distribution? I'm not a massive fan of patterns, to be honest, mate. It could be playing out, it couldn't be playing out. A lot of people seem to think we're down at that, is it LPSY or the retest or the spring or some bollocks like that down here. And I think we're going to go up to oblivion. I can't see it, to be honest. all we need to make sure is BTC pushes up to his 35k region soon. We need to regain that level of support. Flip that resistance to support. I think things will look alright. What do you think of TEL, DENT and VeChain? I used to hold TEL years ago. I never looked into DENT. I think it had a massive supply or something put me off it. And VeChain, probably my third biggest holding, so I'm holding that long term. I think it's a solid project. Suffered massively, didn't it, on that drop? Looking on the daily. Nothing fundamentally was wrong with VeChain, but because there's that many new people like the look of VeChain, and that many new people basically shit their pants on that dip, and they all sold up, didn't they, and managed to drop 81%. I've topped up on some VeChain recently. The main bag I've been topping up on in this dip is RSR. I've tripled my holdings in RSR over the course of the last 2 weeks. And I'm looking to try and get some more because I think that's going to be solid. Morning Ricky, thoughts on CSPR and Ocean? Never looked at CSPR, not sure what it is, but Ocean, I used to hold a bag of Ocean in years, well, last year I think it was. Did really well off that, made a bit of money and sold up way too early like we always do. What happened to DAG? It fucking mooned hard, didn't it? That's what happened. Still doing well at a minute. I mean, look at that wick up there. You might look at that wick and think, nah, that didn't happen. It actually happened. I was watching it on my phone, flying up and down. It's doing well at a minute. Like, it's up about 800% since that dip down here. So all in all, things are looking good for DAG. Shall we just have a quick look at Ocean price though? Not looked at Ocean price in ages. I think I managed to sell something about 76 cents. So I bought somewhere, might have been down here, maybe back in August. I think I sold it at 76 cents, which was about here. And then it mooned all the way up to $1.97. But you can't always catch your tops, can you? And you didn't expect it to do that much of a rise, to be honest. But let's just have a look into a 4 hour. Not much going on there in terms of PA, is it? It's just going sideways. Pretty much glued at EMA 55. Really could do with a nice break up above that 50 cent region. Flip that moving 200 to support and then try and push on from there. But if you're looking for buys, I think anything under that 50 cent barrier is a decent level to look at. Chili's. Where is Chili's on here? Yes. Red line lower range at 16 cent, high range up at 33. I actually bought some. Did a video about a month ago, maybe, saying I was looking to buy some RSR, some Chili's, and I bought some around this week here, around 30 cent. It flew up and then it died off straight away. So I'm in a little bit of negative equity in that. I think I'm about. Let's have a look how much I'm down. Long-term holder of that Chili's. I think it's going to be solid in the future. My portfolio looks a bit nasty this morning. Chili's, where is it? Yeah, I'm 19% down on Chili's, but I think long-term, considering where it's been on this cycle, it's been up to what? Close to $1, 94 cent. I think this is multiple dollar in the future, so I've got a nice bag of that for when we do take off on this next major run. Andy McGrath, can I have a look at XRP? Never look at XRP on this channel, do we? Surely they've got that flare distribution bollocks sorted out soon. Keep seeing people talking about it for the last year and feck all's happened about it. In terms of the moving averages, got a potential cross coming over there, which is a bearish sign. not much going on there either, really. Everything, if you're looking across the board on charts other than DAG, everything's boring, isn't it? Sideways action. I mean, it's clinging onto that 60 cent region around there. Been all the way down to 50 cent. I think 50 cent was the bottom, to be honest. I don't think it's going to get any lower than that. If that flare stuff does happen, which probably, I don't know if it ever will, then it might be bullish for the price of XRP, but who knows, mate. I mean, if you're looking for some buys, just buy it under this moving average area, but anything under 64 cent I think is a decent buy. But in terms of where we're going to go in the future, over the course of the next few weeks, it really depends on what Bitcoin does. I mean, not much going on in terms of Bitcoin, boring sideways chop. We need to wait and see what that does before we can pretty much look at any other alts and see where we're going to go. So if you're looking at buys, anything under 64 cent for me will be a decent area to target. I've heard about Audius. I think a few people in my Telegram group, I think Johnny, if he's on the stream, he's invested in Audius. I think a few people, it looks a decent setup, yeah. I've not looked at it well, to be honest, mate. There's that many projects. It's just hard to keep on top. And when you work full time and then you do this and there's a new project coming out every single day, it's hard graft to try and keep on top of looking into these projects. And I mean, I'm invested in way too many projects already. I always say to people, if you're looking to hold crypto, hold no more than 6 bags, and I think I've got about fucking 10 or 12 different assets now, maybe more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, I've got 12 assets now, and I've got a few shit coins down there, but it's hard looking into new assets when you don't want to buy anything else, if you know what I mean. No, I didn't even look at PDEX at all. Again, same reason, just got that many assets to look at. It's a bit crazy, really. CKB, what is it, mate? Oh, Nervous Network, I've heard about where we're trading. Can't give any predictions on it because I don't know what it is, mate, but if I'm buying on, shall we have a look at the chart? Let me just change this track. CKB, bro. What's this? A daily 6-hour time frame? Let's just have a look at my daily. I'll look at my different chart. So it's had quite a big sell-off, hasn't it, from the top. Did a 79-80% call-back drop from the highs. Currently trading within this area now, aren't we? So that's probably a nice supply and demand area around there. As you can see, had a few wicks to the bottom and a few wicks to the outside. Acts as a resistance there, big support area. So that is an area which I would say is potentially the bottom now. If you zoom out, I mean, we've got bottoms down here and down here, but for me, I don't think that's going to go any lower. I think a lot of assets, if you're looking across the board, are now trading within this area where we traded before that major pump, and I think we're going to start pushing at some stage again soon. If you're looking for buys, I'd buy anything within this range, mate. What's that, 1.1 cent? And first target to break through, if you're looking for take a profit, is there. 1.3 cents, probably first major area to break through, as you can see. Lots of confluence in that trading area around there, loads of support, which is now resistance, so that'll be a tough area to get through, but that's the next major area to look at. Zero Storm, please have a look at HTR. Not looked at this for a while. pushing up well there, isn't it? Just look at a weekly, see what's going on in terms of action here. Quite a big sell-off, hasn't it? From very highs to very lows. That was a nasty drop, 87%. Not the best looking chart, that, to be honest. Looking at my daily. RSI is starting to pick up now, so that's at 58%. I mean, if you're zooming out, not much in terms of price action over the course of a daily time frame, but 4 hour looks a little bit better. I think you can see if you have a bit of a zoom in. Starting to trend up now, aren't we? I mean, we've been all the way down to 23 cents, currently at 45 cents, so we had a fair bit of growth since that very, very lows that were hit. We've had you're talking a 93% rise so far. If you're looking for some buys though, let's have a look at its latest move here. So that's, say, the bottom of the move, and that's the top of the move there. If you're looking for buys, I would target some down at 42 cents and maybe a ladder a few more down, all the way down to 39 cents. I think buys within that range could be a decent area to target, but if you're looking for take profits, the first major area to look at breaking through is here, which is bang on that 27 fib level. So if you're looking to take profits, maybe 48 cents could be the first area to take profits. So maybe we've done this move up now, we could get to this area, reject, come back down to this region or this region, and then go on and try and attempt to attack that area. So that's the accumulation zone really. Sell up here, buy down here, and then maybe see if you can break through it on the second time round. But I thought it was looking okay, to be honest. It's on a nice uptrend on that time frame. Let's just have a look back at cheers, Kinmo. Try to do as many streams as I can, but it's just work dependent with my main job. And the markets have been quite boring really, so it is hard to analyse projects when they're just going sideways, but when you get projects like Constellation here doing major push to the upside, it's usually a nice sign of good things to come. What I want to look at as well is if we've got a chart on here, caps. Most projects have done this a decent sell-off. Any reason DAG is pumping into hype on news? I read something, right? I've not done a full let me just have a look on some of my tweets. Somebody mentioned something about somebody saying something. Here in Spain, there's a famous guy who invested in crypto. This information was leaked this morning. That's his name. He leaked something. I don't know what it was. Let's have a look for this dude, see what he said. It's all in Spanish, I don't got an absolute clue, but something to do with him. Not sure what or why, but something to do with that dude. You're in any NFT projects within Chile's, yeah. Let's go back to caps. I'm into caps. I'm in this one. This is a new project. They've actually got a space on the Binance NFT marketplace, so they create NFTs, and they can sell them on marketplace on Binance, which is a good link really. I think as well the Beast is invested in caps. He was the first ever crypto YouTuber. He's got something like, I don't know, 70 million followers. He's not said anything about it yet, but the team said he's invested in it, so maybe at some stage when he mentioned something, it might start to push up. but caps is a decent price now, 8.5 cents. It's been up to 23 cents on the launch. Just taking a look at the current market cap, is only $10 million, $9.8 million. So that is a low cap. I think everybody should be looking at the one of the developers is part of the is it the Web3, not the substrate for Polkadot. He's part of that team, so that's a good sign for Turnover. Turnover actually got a spot on testnet, on Chaos testnet for Polkadot parachain, so that is definitely one to keep an eye on. Only $10 million market cap at a minute, 2.5 billion supply, but only 114 million of those are in circulation. So I think that at some stage, in the right hands, will really fly. Yeah, turnover is caps, mate. Yeah. Right, I'm going to do about another 5 minutes. So if there's any projects, fire me comments, because my back is hanging out on this chair at the minute. What's on share token? Another one I've not looked at. Rank for engine 92, supply 6.4 billion. Where we're trading. Qcoin, Uniswap, Bittrex, Binance Dex. Never heard anything about Binance Dex, do you? Getting a decent bit of volume there. But in terms of the fundamentals, don't know, mate. Shall we have a quick look at price? It's a strange looking chart. That's very wiki, isn't it? Got his green level marked up here from last time I did some TA, which was here back in January, and I marked up the bottom, and since then, this is the second time I've looked at it since then, or first time, done a major rise, and we come back down and tested that level again, which is madness. So that's the bottom. I don't think we're going to be in a lower mat, to be honest. 2 weeks with them at range, currently at 2.3 cents. If you're a long-term holder, don't sell in a red, hold on, because it will break up at some stage, but that's the first area to break through here. Lots of trading within that area. Rejection off it there at 3.7 cents, so that's the first major area to look at. I am off today for football, but I'm at work at morning at 6 o'clock, so I can't get to arsehold, unfortunately. Morning, Rafa. Only a quick stream this morning because I've got shit to do, and my back is absolutely fucked from gym yesterday, so I need to go and stretch off. So yeah, we'll call that a day today anyway. Just a quick stream there, only a few people on, but like I say, we'll do as many streams as possible in future. Try and push a video out as well tonight before the game. If you've got any projects you want me to cover, jump into my Telegram group. And just drop some projects in there, some ideas for tonight's video, and I'll jump on them. Maybe even another Constellation video or something like that, but hope you all have a good weekend. If you're an English fan, good luck. I'll catch you next time.